I know how this one go. I know exactly how this one go, bruh. You're gonna start a new meme because y'all think you're funny, but in all reality, you're probably funnier than me. So continue on memeing, my boys. Hey guys, it's Bro Uwaka. Welcome to the first official top 5 video. We're not gonna be crying about the top 5 workshop game modes, but crying about the top 5 most unmeta heroes in Overwatch overall. I tried. I really tried because I did the polar opposites of the same type of video, but y'all chose to look at the most meta heroes overall. So that's what we're doing because y'all wanted it. But in all reality, I can't get too upset because you guys have proven to me that you really can vote for something and go against the memes. So before we get into today's episode, right away, just vote in the top right hand corner. If you guys are new here, we always vote for next week's episode. And this time around, you're gonna be voting for the top 5 most unmeta heroes overall, or looking at the top 5 biggest nerfs in Overwatch. I figured a patch just released where a majority of the hero changes were nerfs, so I thought it'd be fun to look back at Overwatch's history and look at nerfs specifically and look at the most iconic and maybe even unnecessary nerfs that heroes have received. But it's a good thing that we bring up hero changes because that ties in perfectly somehow into today's video, because we will be looking at the top 5 most meta heroes overall in Overwatch's history. I like to believe that every single hero has at least had one moment in Overwatch's history where they were the meta hero, unless you're Soldier, because you're just not that good. Heroes like Bastion, Junkrat, and even more recently with Symmetra and Doomfist and even Mei have been proven to be an unmeta hero, but because of changes, they can go up to the top of the ranks and then get the nerf hammer and fall right back down to reality. Those are not the heroes that we're going to be looking at. We are going to be talking about the heroes that have proven the test of time, that have been constantly a go-to hero in any kind of composition from season 1 all the way here to season 20. There might be some hiccups in between seasons, but overall, they have been a solid hero. And the first hero on this list is gonna really embody what I mean by this video, because someone like Ana, time and time again, has been proven to have a spot in Overwatch. A good way to identify an overall meta hero is to ask yourself, have they ever been bad? And when I look at Ana, the only times that I really see Ana being bad isn't even when she's bad. She's just overshadowed by someone that either has a niche, someone like Mercy that has the res ability, which has been proven to be a very viable ability, or a hero that is just easier to handle. In recent competitive seasons like 17, 18, and 19, Moira was always that go-to primary healer for a large majority of the Overwatch ranks. Not necessarily because she was better than Ana, but sometimes because she had more opportunities to heal, but more importantly, you were always accurate with your heals because you have to try to miss with Moira to not heal your team. But Ana has that skill gap that can be somewhat unattractive to specific Overwatch ranks. Does that mean she's bad? No, because she has so much other opportunities that Moira won't be able to ever have. A high damage output along with abilities to be able to defend herself like a sleep dart. And also that anti-grenade is so opportunistic to be able to open the door for specific pushes. And especially if you're throwing that anti-grenade on, say, someone like a Roadhog, or who else can self a Soldier 76, then that's an easy picking right there too. Or Moira, you have easy and reliable heals and slow and consistent damage. If you truly were a good Ana player compared to the rest of these primary healers, more than likely you were welcomed on a team composition because there's little cons to Ana, but the biggest con is that she has the biggest skill gap. But because you're good, you were kind of a meta player all the time. But now for the next spot for the most overall meta hero, or heroes in this case, it's actually gonna be DPS. Now surprisingly, there weren't a lot of DPS heroes to choose from because I feel like this spot fluctuates so much when it comes to the meta, probably because there are so many DPS heroes. But I decided for the number 4 spot, we were gonna go with both of the snipers, Hanzo and Widowmaker. I know there's lots of DPS heroes that were once meta throughout the competitive seasons of Overwatch, but when you look at the whole competitive seasons, not just at the beginning where Tracer and Genji were dominant, but also considering the GOATS meta and also the recent meta, when you look at these two snipers, while they might not have been the most considerable picks, especially during GOATS, because of goats, they can do something that nobody else can do in Overwatch with the exception of Doomfist, and that is provide an instant kill on squishies mainly. To have the ability to instantly delete someone from the video game simply by charging up your shots, aiming for the pixels of the head, and clicking on those heads is something that shouldn't go unnoticed. No matter what the meta, there was always going to be a guaranteed squishy where the Hanzo, or more specifically the Widowmaker, could easily take them out. Even during GOATs, Zenyatta and Lucio, and if you got a lucky shot on Brigitte, could all instantly die from the Widowmaker or Hanzo. And even mentioning Hanzo, even against tanks now with a Storm Arrow, he can take them out as well. But that's just in recent memory. We're also considering the way back memories in like Season 1, even before then. And they were even better back then, especially Widowmaker, because she had a much more faster charge shot, which would allow you to be able to quick scope people and instantly drop them. Hanzo, don't even get me started on Scatter Arrow. That thing, I just have to bring up Scatter Arrow, and I think that convinced you that right now, and even way back in the day, yeah, Hanzo and also Widowmaker, probably a go-to meta pick if you were skilled with that hero. Lots of people will try to argue why Hanzo and Widowmaker shouldn't be on this list, and I respect that. I respect you and your opinion, but I don't want you to try to respect me because I know you're not going to. But for the number 3 spot, I want you to respect what this hero has been able to provide up until Double Shield, which you're gonna see affect the number 3 and number 2 spot. Zarya has always been a great hero. What I love most about Zarya is that she can be the most deadly off tank of all time, depending on how fast you can get your charge, but she can also be that safety net, and sometimes very few and far in between times, she can be the main tank with the clutch bubble protections that sometimes can't always happen with a Reinhardt shield or a Winston bubble. The fact that she can provide protection goes so unnoticed by so many people, but that's not why she gets the number 3 spot, which, thinking about this, maybe she should be the number 2 spot. When you think about her ultimate, this is always valued. Whether it was Season 2 with a Genji Blade, or whether it was Season 19 with a Mei ultimate, I don't know. You can just use so much with Zarya's ultimate, and that's the biggest reason why she has been meta for so long. Her ultimate does something that is just, oh, it's so good. It's nutworthy. I always say the best way to win Overwatch games is to simply get kills. And while I understand that Zarya's ultimate doesn't provide you the damage or the kills necessary to win you the fight, it makes it so easy to the point where my blind, one-armed sister can get a kill. To give you context, I don't have a sister. That's how easy your ultimate can provide you to get those kills that you so desperately want. And one last point that I just want to throw in there, which doesn't necessarily help her stock anymore, she has a self-healing ability, which is not really a self-healing ability, it's her shield. So all the people that call me stupid for that, you're gonna call me stupid anyway, so might as well be right now. She has an ability that can heal herself, which means she's not so desperate for heals. Unless you're under 200 HP, but hey, we can't all be perfect. Just like how this next hero tried to be perfect for the longest time, and he almost was, but guess what? Double Shield came and ruined his terror. The number 2 spot is gonna go to the dude Reinhardt. Who was the shield tank that you want to try to use in Season 2? Reinhardt. Who was the shield tank that you want to try to use during GOATs? Reinhardt. Who was the shield tank to use during Double Shield? Orisa, Sigma. God dang it. But if you want to substitute one of them, then you can substitute both of them and just put a Reinhardt in place of them. It's not as good, but it's doable. I just bring up all those times because Reinhardt could do everything that you would want from a shield tank. Provide you a shield. Do I really have to make an argument about this? Okay, let me continue. He can also open up a way quite literally and physically by charging in and breaking up a team's front line, which is always important for the DPS because that means that they don't have to break the enemy's shield, which you know they're gonna have. Oh, what's their shield tank? A Reinhardt! And he has an ultimate that just opens their way more wider than your mom. His ult's good, his DPS is good, his shield was amazing and still even is amazing compared to Orisa's shield by itself and compared to Sigma's shield by itself. And that's why he's often overshadowed because of the duo pair. But the thing is though, those two heroes weren't always the go-to shield tanks by themselves. Like if you want to do something specifically, like if you want to be annoying, you would run double shield. Or if you want to run a dive comp, yeah, you would run like a Winston and D.Va. But if you just were thinking about a basic team composition, who's the dude? Reinhardt, my boys. But while Reinhardt is cool and Zarya might even be cooler, now that I think of it, both of those heroes kind of need each other to be meta, but they were still good by themselves. This next hero didn't need nobody. In fact, everybody needs this hero. This is why he's not only the most meta hero of all time, but one of the coolest heroes because he just disregards everybody and does his own thing. He ain't thirsty, he ain't desperate, he's the opposite of me. Cool, he is Lucio. I've gone on record in saying that I don't remember a time where Lucio was ever just a bad hero, but also where he wasn't a key necessary hero to a composition. And I truly mean like a necessary comp. Like there is no arguing you need a Lucio. You want a run-of-the-mill Overwatch composition? You probably had a Lucio in there because you can heal multiple people, but also be a speedy boy. You want to run a dive comp? You need a Lucio because how else can people catch up to the diving Winston or diving Diva? You want to run goats? Dude, Lucio is the backbone of that comp because everybody is slow. And even right this second in Season 20, you need a Lucio with Orisa and Sigma because they are such slow heroes. And I really think it's just the fact that he does something that nobody else can do, but it's just so desperately needed. And it's such a simple thing, speed. But not only is he good with the composition, but by himself, he's also just good. Like, I can't ride this dude any more than I am because if you're a good Lucio player, which honestly, at the end of the day, could be said about any one of these heroes, but if you know how to truly master this hero with his wall ride and also damage dealing at the same time, you can be a deadly tactile hero that can benefit everybody, including yourself. Love yourself, but also love your team because your team probably hates themselves because they're not playing a hero that they know is going to be meta 1 year from now. You, on the other hand, you're playing a hero that's not only happy, positive, and cool, but has constantly been a great hero to play in Overwatch. But maybe you disagree, and I always encourage you guys to tell me who you think has always been the most consistent overall meta hero in Overwatch. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.